We did it, everyone. All three crypto big bills made it, and XRP hit all-time price. We're going to talk price action of XRP, ETH's massive inflows, what's causing XRP to price to go up, along with
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
do you see what I see? That's right, XRP all-time high, deep green up on the screen. And how much more are we going to go? Well, we're going to find out here soon enough. And ETH, one of the biggest laggards in the market, is making a move as well. So remember, when the laggards are making the move, things are super juicy. So what happened today? 3 bills passed. One of them, I know. I almost jumped the gun a little bit because I'm so freaking excited, aren't you? But before we get into news, you know the deal. You, the viewer, matter most. 21 ASDS says, escape from Tarkov. The only question is, are you a rat or a Chad? Well, it depends if I'm running low on loot, my guys. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. In the last video, we had 1 second separating the first 2 commenters. Well done, Frankie. You got first on that last video. Mucho appreciated. Just the Fade says, my brother on vacation but still working. That's integrity, Big Dog Klaus. I've been watching you for a while, and you give the best news when it breaks. That's right, I posted it on Twitter while I was hanging out. Speaking of being on vacation, there's Mom, right? Grandma Ann hanging out on the balcony, enjoying a coffee, looking at the views as the city unfolds in front of her. Look at it right there. That's right. The Clarity Act passed as well. Holy crap. And not only did the Clarity Act pass, 98 Democrats, we had like a bunch of Democrats vote yay for that. Sorry, I was reading the wrong line. Let's get into it, everyone, because this is juicy action. Bitcoin sitting at screw Bitcoin. XRP's at 253. ADA's at 82 cents. ETH at 34.75. XLM broke the 50-cent mark. ETH sets record daily inflows with 726 million. You're talking about big money right here, right? The institutional money. Ethereum ETFs generated more than $750 million investments on Wednesday. How much you think it's going to be today? You know these funds are going to be bursting at the seams. 9 funds collectively have netted $2.3 billion over a 9-day streak. That was on the anticipation, everyone, of getting regs. Now that we've gotten them, look at ETH going from a laggard all the way of 2,100 and change to 34.76 in such a short time. Here's the big news, though. The House sends the Genius Act stablecoin bill for Trump to sign. That's right. It was already signed by the Senate. They passed it cleanly. Holy crap, everyone. Hell might be freezing over because the House and Senate are actually doing stuff. Now it goes to who, everyone? To Trump to sign. The vote marks a watershed moment for the digital asset industry, which has been pushing for federal legislation for years and poured money into last year's elections. So that pro-crypto super PAC, apparently it's working because like I shared with you on the screen, you had a whole bunch of Democrats out there voting yay for the action. Sorry, I was watching it happen and took a screenshot of it. But what's bigger than that? It's that they sent the Clarity Act and the Anti CBDC one up as well. Now, here's the deal, though. The Clarity Act and the Anti CBDC one, those originated in the House. So now they go to the Senate. The Senate's going to debate them. If they amend anything, right, make any additions and stuff like that, it then goes back to the House for approval if the Senate votes yes. But right now you've got Genius, full passage, House and Senate, going to Trump's desk. Clarity passed the House, anti-CBDC passed the House, and now it gets sent to the Senate. Here's some stats for you. Eleanor's got us with some juicy action covering. And we talked about the power of crypto with votes. You think crypto wasn't that big in terms of election stance? Well, check this out. The Clarity Act passed in a vote of 294 to 134 with 78 Democrats voting yes for it. So yes, crypto does have some pull in Congress. The Genius Act passed with 308 to 122 with 102 Democrats voting yes. And the Anti-CBDC Act squeaked by, and this is where people were absolutely shocked. Listen to this. The Anti-CBDC Act passed in a vote of 219 to 210 with 2 Democrats voting in favor. The signing ceremony for the Genius Act is set for Friday afternoon at the White House. Oh, baby, what a happy ending the crypto week. By the way, Eleanor Tourette's information is linked down below on Twitter along with mine because I was breaking the news while I was hanging out at the Mercado today. That's right. My phone went off and I was like, yo, I can't do a video. So I posted it on Twitter. XRP now hits new all-time highs, driven by new investors. We call this the FOMO move, everyone. XRP has been witnessing significant network growth, reaching a 6-month high. The growth is measured by the number of new addresses in the network conducting transactions. Juicy. The recent surge in new addresses shows that more investors are pouring money into XRP, likely driven by FOMO. This is what we wanted to see. Overall in the crypto market, volume exploding at the seams. $207 billion right now. Fear and greed, we're sitting at 70. Altcoin season, 37 out of 100. And massive inflows. I told you you would be getting massive amounts of inflows in crypto, and you are seeing that right now up on the screen. Look at this. This is institutional inflows right here in the middle of the screen. Look at what we've seen here over the last week. Zoom out for the 1 year, and what are you going to notice? A trend of more in the same. Look at these big bars being printed right there. Speaking of printing money, XRP fans, tell me we are not happy today as XRP is making a move right now at $3.50. This is freaking awesome. And the best part about it is watch what happens when I do this. I'm going to scroll up here. I'm going to click on cryptocurrencies, and I'm going to scroll down. So how far away is XRP from its all-time high? Oh, baby, it's getting there, only 9% away. So we've got a recent 6-month all-time high. So that's been since the election pump, everyone. Right now, sitting only 33 cents away from its official all-time high. Sorry if I said all-time high. I'm talking about recent all-time high since the November election pump-a-roni. Going back to that chart of XRP, what do we see? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this move, right? The election move got us started, right? Because there was optimism that things were going to be rolling. Next thing you know, XRP says, hold my beer. I'm going to keep soaring. Volume bonkers for XRP at 113% to $17.9 billion. Let's go to those candlesticks and see what they say. We're going to look at the 1 hour. And boy, there ain't many red candlesticks up on that screen, is there? Zooming out shows us what? Ever since the end of June 22nd, we have been on an absolute roar where XRP was in the low 190s, now bursting at the seams, like I said, at $3.50. Awesome move here because we're sitting here with good volume. We've got all three I can't talk. I'll leave that in. We got all three things that pass. We've got ETH the laggard making moves. We got XRP FOMO action hitting right now. I know you all are excited about that. Recent high of the last 6 months, and we're getting darn near close to the all-time high. And again, my apologies if I said all-time high earlier. We're in a recent all-time high. Right now, XRP, though, is looking juicy AF in the last 7 days, up 38%. There appears to be no stopping this move. I'm going to keep an eye on the move as it happens to let you know what's up. But remember, the big takeaway from this is Genius Act completely passed. It passed the Senate, it passed the House, and now it's on its way to the desk of Trump to sign. The Clarity Act, along with the ANTI CBDC Act, is what everyone, it's passed the House, now on the way to the Senate for them to debate it. And remember, if they modify the bill, it has to go back to the House to get approval. But right now, let's just celebrate what we got, and that's XRP at $3.50 up on the screen. Genius Act being done, the first big crypto legislation in the United States. And that right now is, everyone, why you're seeing so much optimism from this July part on. And what's crazy about this move is that when I went on vacation last time in January and February, the market was exploding as well. And I planned that trip months in advance. I planned this trip months in advance, and here we are exploding again. Maybe I just need to stay on vacation and the crypto market would just keep absolutely freaking roaring. That's actually not a bad idea because even on vacation, I'm bringing you the news. Oh, and I can't wait to get home to play a little bit more of Tarkov Hardcore Wipe. kind of hardcore. It's hardcore for me because I don't play all the time. I binge play. But right now, the excitement is that all three got done in the House. Some of them barely. That anti CBDC one barely got by. Clarity got by with some Democratic support, which is juicy. And the stablecoin one got by with quite a bit of Democratic support. So all that money that was put in those pro crypto super PACs, it's working. Why is that important? Because guess what? They're building up their funds again for the midterm election happening next year. That's right. We're going to get even more crypto support next year because these super PACs were a huge tool that brought what everyone? Clarity to the market, like what I did there. All right, what I'm going to do now is this. I'm going to go out to dinner, take my mom out, have a little bit of fun, and enjoy the nightlife out here. What are you going to do? Well, you're going to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and notification bell so you don't miss out because guess what? You think Crypto Week was big? How big do you think things are going to be when the Senate starts debating and hopefully passes the Clarity Act? Choo choo what? Choo choo all of us. This is freaking awesome.